Hi Taurus, thank you for being here. This is going to be your intuitive reading for the month of June. I have already pulled, I was going to pull one card from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck by Tori Hartman, but I had two cards come up together, so I'm going to take both of them. And the two cards that came up were the Soulmate card and the Bittersweet card. The Soulmate card is a red card, which has to do with our red chakra, our foundation. And the blue card is associated with our throat chakra, and it's all about our expression and our manifesting chakra. So I like to select the oracle cards so that we know what theme or what energies will be most dominant in the month of June. And with the red card, with the Soulmate card, this card brings forth the energy of building relationships that empower us. Also, it's all about being aware of our true feelings and the ability to face those feelings. And along with that is also the possibility of having to clean up problems that might have been caused by the lack of awareness. We are also called forth to possibly think about who in our life might need to hear the truth in a loving way. And in a loving way is what is being highlighted. We must be able to let others know or make them aware in a loving way. Just the same way that we would want to be spoken to or treated if we were unaware that we were doing something that might be affecting others. We would want to do that for others as well. Treat them as we would want to be treated. The blue chakra, the Bittersweet card, is all about how we express ourselves. It's all about the bittersweet feelings that we might have about inevitable transitions in life, whether we lose a loved one or we move to a next phase and the transition might be a little hectic. It is also how we interpret our circumstances and express ourselves about them, because that truly does reveal how we are choosing to participate in those circumstances. We must also trust that our feelings will surface when they're supposed to, so that we may face those feelings and transition into the next phase. So I guess the most important message or energy that we were going to be dealing with in June is expressing ourselves and actually facing our feelings. Maybe we've been neglecting how we truly feel. Oppression. Don't you just love it when the cards just really do, they talk to each other. So oppression is the Tower in the Rider-Waite deck, and the card of oppression is actually a card about coming out of a period of oppression, of feeling sad, possibly depression, where you a period of time where you felt like you couldn't grow anymore. This is actually So the card of oppression has to do with the transitions in life that might be painful but are necessary, so that we may learn and transition, which is basically what the soulmate and the bittersweet cards were actually talking about. So the energy already feels, well, the good news is we're coming out of that. Yay! So I'm a Taurus sun, so I'm really happy to see this on the table today. And it is the truth. We really do need to become aware of how we express ourselves and how we make other people feel with our expression. Sometimes we don't even know that we do it, so it is important to be aware. Or maybe somebody's doing it to us, and it's important for us to face those feelings and allow them to know, allow that other person to know in a very loving way what they cause with the way that they express themselves. Two of Pentacles. Know that you will be able to juggle the situation. It might feel a little overwhelming at times, but just understand and know that it's all part of the transition. Transitions are not hardly ever truly very comfortable or wanted, but they're necessary. We can't stay in one place always, or in a single way of thought always. We in order to grow, we must transition. We must change the things that are not working. Wisdom in the reverse. So the card of wisdom is all about tapping into your intuition. So, but in the reverse, it's almost saying you're not paying attention. You're really not, you're not being aware of what you're doing or what you're saying. So awareness is key. We all go through that. I'm going through that right now, and I understand it. You know, just know that love is always the answer. When we're dealing with, sometimes we may become angered because we don't necessarily know how to express ourselves, and it causes a little bit of anger and frustration within us. But the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Feeling blocked. Feeling blocked in terms of expansion. It could be in a financial matter, but it all has to do with the fact that you're ignoring your intuition, or you don't want to face the facts. So it's truly important to be able to face your feelings, so that you're able to transition and move out of that state of oppression. You can do it, you can handle it. It's not going to be easy, but you got this. Tauruses are strong anyways, so if anybody can do it, it's you. We are stubborn, which doesn't help. But we know what's right, and we truly do at the end of the day try to do what's right. The Five of Cups in the reverse. So the Five of Cups is that card of when we're feeling emotionally disappointed. In the reverse though, it's actually a good thing it's in the reverse, because when it comes out in the reverse, it's letting us know that we are coming out a bit wiser due to those emotional disappointments. And it also tells us that due to those disappointments, we are able to make better decisions. Five of Cups is also about relationships and knowing and how we nurture those relationships, and knowing that relationships really truly are what we make of them. That calls to the soulmate card, because the soulmate card is all about keeping those friendships that are empowering to us and allowing those relationships that are actually not good for us to fall off. The King of Staves and the Ace of Staves in the reverse. So what I'm getting here is that the King of Staves is all about enterprise. It's all about the home. And the Ace of Staves, I feel blockage. In the Ace of Staves in the reverse, I feel blockage in advancement, possibly in career and finances. Mostly, well, yeah, career. Your finances have to do with your career, but it's more like you're blocked because of these oppressing views or disappointments. But there's hope. You're coming out of this. This is great. Know that I'm picking up the energy of juggling home and career, and it's positive. You can do this. There's a lot of cleaning up to do, but once the cleanup gets done, everything's gonna run smoothly. The Six of Cups. So these energies, these difficult energies coming in have to do with your childhood. So possibly the person that needs to get talked to could be one of your parents. Just remember, you want to be loving towards your parents, even if they were not loving towards you at one point in your life. It is necessary that we do handle the situation with love, because at the end of the day, our parents only know what they know because that, due to however they were raised. And in reality, it just gets handed down to the next generation, until we're able to realize that that's what's going on and make the changes necessary to change that cycle. And we want our Ace of Staves to turn around, and we can do that. We just have to process all of those emotions, all of those feelings, let them surface so that we may heal them. Just let them all come up. Trust that those feelings are surfacing when they're supposed to, when it's time for them to be healed. I know sometimes it's not a very opportune time for feelings to. It is what it is. Coming to a truce with someone, maybe that parent, but the issues at hand will have to be dealt with at a later time. And it's also decisions to make, how to handle the situation. I'm also feeling, I get the energy of an overbearing parent. An overbearing parent or an overbearing energy. Sometimes we must forgive our parents for being a little overbearing. They only do it out of love. Fertility in the reverse. Feeling a lack of abundance, a lack of fulfillment. Trust, it's a transition. The fertility card is transitions and life cycles. The cycle might be a little out of control when it comes out in the reverse. Maybe holding on to things that are no longer necessary. Upheaval at home. The Four of Cups, the Four of Staves in the reverse. Problems at home with your parents. So yeah, with the Four of Staves in the reverse, it's all about your foundation. It has to do with one of your parents. Or a parental energy. It doesn't have to necessarily be your parent, but somebody, you might love somebody like a parent. Their energy is quite, they have this energy of disappointment. They have this energy of melodrama, taking things way too personal, over-dramatizing the issues, feeling like the world is against them. So because that energy is coming in that way, you have to be especially careful as to how you speak to them, because they will take it personal, and it could affect them more than you think it could. Know that they're coming from a loving place. Therefore, try to be as loving as possible when dealing with the situation. Overseeing the spread is the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And that's also, yeah, the energy is quite intense, because this woman, if it's a woman, and it could be a woman or a man, is going to be quite melodramatic about the whole thing, about possibly being told or being made aware of what they're doing and what they're saying. They might not quite take it very well, but if you try your best to do it in a loving way, you're gonna have a better result than if you go in there mean and insulting. So just be aware of that. I think that when we're dealing with others, we never know what we're going to get. We might be thinking that they're going to react in a certain way because we think we know them. We think we know how they're going to react, but we don't really know. We have to give them the chance to react to the situation in their own way. So, gosh, the energies are heavy, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I send you nothing but positive vibes from this side. I know I'm dealing with my own fair share of it. So let me know if you guys resonate with the messages coming through. Just know that you are supported, that there is love, and I will see you in July. Thank you. Bye.